Alright, good morning, guys. I just want to make a quick video for us. So, just want to show us a few things, and I guess this is something that is going to change a lot for us. Yeah, I will do a video concerning what to look out for because someone asked me in the group what should he look out for when price gets to higher time frame order flow, and then I'll do a video about that just so that you know what you're looking out for. Now, let me just say this. I think price, or what we have as price action today, is kind of very dicey. Yeah. So what price is doing is kind of dicey, and I would explain that. Now, we already had, or we said, these areas here is our last higher time frame order flow, which is not arguable. Like, we could see that this was the area price was meant to continue to buy, and it broke, coming from, it's like the last higher time frame order flow for buy. So this area was not meant to be taken. So as soon as price took it, what happened? We had the mitigation of the open, and then price began to drop towards the downside. Now there's something I also want us to note. Remember yesterday I told you guys that before I'm going to engage on any buy here, I want to first of all see a manipulation, like price breaking back into the upside, then giving us another kind of move to take out the structure, and then we ultimately mitigate the extreme of this area. Then I can engage the buys. Now, two things, or rather, I think two things that made me not take this buy. As first was from my broker. My broker had I had two different price action on my broker, so that's in a way made price action difficult to make. It was difficult for me to take a trading decision, or to make a trading decision, because I was kind of, okay, has price taking this high, has price not taking this high? So let me show you guys what I mean. So if you look at this very closely, you realize that it almost looked like price took out this high. Yeah. So I showed one of the guys in the group. So price took out this high, from this broker. Look at it. Let me zoom in so that you could see that. See. So this literally looks like a break of structure. You see that now. So price took out that high on the H1, and then price sold back. You see how price sold back, took out this structure like we predicted, took out the structure, and then mitigated these areas. You see that now? Mitigated the extreme, and then we had the buys. Now, mind you, if we consider this as a break of structure, or what we said was going to happen, if we consider this, then that means that area becomes our last higher time frame structure for a sell. You see that now? That area becomes our last higher time frame structure for a sell. So, but on other brokers, this was an equal high. This was an equal high. So that's the reason why we considered this as a last higher time frame structure. So how do we identify last higher time frame structure? So price took out last higher time frame structure for buy. So price was selling down. So we had a buy, had a sell, had a buy, we had a sell. Then the sell broke here. You see that now? When the sell broke here, what then happened? This becomes this area was supposed to continue buying. What happened? Price failed to continue buying, and then this area becomes a strong point for sell continuation. So that's what makes up, and then it fall into the following day, or rather the previous day. So price was holding on to this area till London today, so it makes this area a strong area for sell. I didn't take this sell because, of course, on my other broker, this area was an equal high, so that's the reason why I didn't bother to engage on the sell here. But of course, if we consider this as last hour time frame order flow, then this sell is valid. Do you understand? The sell is valid. So how do you take your trade from this area? So basically go on to your 1 minute, at that particular area you want to find the last structure in that area. So what was the last structure? Of course, we already had a build up on the H1 here. This is a build up on the H1. So as soon as price sweeps it and gives you, what's it called? Let me check that very well on the H1. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, so that's like the last structure. So there are two places, or there are two things to look out for. Now we had the sweep of the H1 structure in that level, and so we have also the last structure on the H1 on the M1 to consider. That's like the last structure there on the M1 to consider as your internal liquidity to be swept, so that you can take your this last structure on the M1. So if I put this 2 here on the M1, so it's the last structure, right? So just take this entire thing, last structure on the M1. You see that? So after the mitigation of that structure, or the sweep of that structure, you want to get in on your trade. Immediately that happens, you get in on your trade. Or if you can wait for a bearish candle close, okay, with 4-5 pips, 4 pips, gives you good room for, so your 4 pips, you're good to go, and then you're targeting your next higher time frame structure. And this is it, and what we're looking out for in this area, the last internal structures to be swept, so we can take our buys. Just be flexible with it, yeah. So this would have been a beautiful sell opportunity for us, but then the broker is just the issue. I don't know, so it's kind of confusing. And now remind you, if price is coming from a last hour time frame structure for sell, then it means these levels here for the buy may not likely hold, because price is meant to take it out. You see that? So price is meant to take it out. So price may come to take out these levels here and then come into these levels, here. So that's the reason why price is kind of, dicey. So be careful trading buys from here. It could happen, it could work, but let's just be careful with trading buys from here. So guys, that's pretty much it. Catch you guys on the next one. It's bye for now. Alright guys, this is like a continuation to the previous video I made in the morning. So we saw that price did exactly what we predicted will happen in the market. So price came into this last hour time frame on the floor. I told you guys that we should be careful buying from these areas, of which I engaged here. So price actually bought a little, and then price broke, and I had to switch my bias from here down to these lows. But we were targeting price to come into this. I told you guys that 50% of the M1 week here, I really didn't know that these areas were that big, and then we had price mitigated 50% of it and started buying. I missed the buy because of course I was expecting price to come lower, so I didn't even know that price had mitigated the 50% until someone in the group reminded me that price had mitigated 50% already. So I missed the buys and then took the sells from here, before the Fomc release, because I knew this was where price broke, remember, for the buys. So price failed here, and then price came back into it, and then I got my confirmation to continue selling towards the downside. So I sold this back here. It's a 9R, so I sold it, and then I closed a large volume at this point, and then I just went to check something before I came back. On the M1, price rallied towards the upside. Of course, that was a news event, Fomc, of course. So saw how price rallied back up, and then that was it for me for today. So most of these trades, I posted them on my IG. You can check me out on my IG at official Megamind FX too, so you can be updated on my trades and how I took them and on stuff like that. So tomorrow, let's see what tomorrow brings. Let's see how we are going to take advantage of this. So for me, what I'm looking at for tomorrow is basically if price doesn't take out these levels here, during Asia. So basically, this is our last higher time frame order flow for sell, and now this would have been our last higher time frame order flow for buys, because price has taken out the buy, the buys here. Sorry, this broke the sells here, and then this becomes a buy. If this is maintained into London, so this becomes our buy areas to target these guys here and come into these guys. But if price takes out any of these levels, then we'll be reconsidering something different. So let's just see what price does tomorrow, and then we'll know how to take our trades. God bless you guys. Peace out.